Takeaway was that a lot of the performance was right against the top side. But as you saw, you get punished because if you make the slightest mistake, they do punish you. I thought until their first goal, our shape was good. We knew we'd have to, give up the ball and work out of possession. We did it so well at Brighton. Different side today, they can open you up in different ways. I think with all due respect to Brighton, these can open you up in many different ways, which they did in the end. But a lot of the early performance was very good. The shape was very good. We wanted to build on the idea at Brighton when we could counter. We did on many occasions without the same final detail. And we arguably had the best chance until then with Mason Holgate from a set piece. But I think, sometimes you've got to be realistic with the opposition because I thought they were terrific at what they do. They weren't outstanding in the way they batter teams sometimes, but they find the moments. And the first goal was a very clever finish, very clever bit of play. The second one's knockdown football, and they do it well. Arguably, yet again, top side, reacting to the game, reacting to what they had to do. Because they played in front of us, they hadn't really asked too many questions. They stretched the pitch, get the bits, cross, finish. Simplistic football, but done with detail. And then it's very difficult from there on in. But no lack of will, no lack of demand. I thought there's some outstanding performances, actually. I thought Dwight McNeil was absolutely outstanding, I thought. Duke's constant energy. Connor Cody come on and affected it with a change of shape. Pato's growing again, maturing as a player, and I said that all along. He's earning the right to be a proper Premier League player, and he's done terrific since he's got in the side. These are good signs about a group. Mama came on, tried to affect it. The mentality is important, and it's important over the next two games because they're not. They're very tough games for different reasons. But you're playing the top side there, top side.
How big is the concern over Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
Well, I had to make a call on it because he felt his groin, and it's tight groin. But tight groins can lead to damaged groin, so I had to make a call on it. As simple as that. And, it would have been a harder call had it been 0-0. We've got to be honest. But at 2-0, I have to make a call. And I have to go, right, Dom, you're coming off. He wanted to give it a go. I said, no, you've got to come off.
And was it just engagement? Was that tactical?
Yeah, we're just trying to protect the situation by then. You go 3 down now, it's like, well, okay, we need to protect the situation where we can. And also change of shape, change of viewpoint, can something affect the game? But very difficult against them. We affected it with a change of shape, and I thought we did that well with the ball, but at the end of the day, they're 3-0 up. These are clever players. They've contained the game, really. We've opened them up on occasions, but not enough to damage them. And yet again, they show their prowess in both ways, in possession, out of possession. That's why they're a top side. That's why arguably everyone thinks they'll win the league. Arguably could win the Champions League, whatever. They're capable of winning anything they're going for.
And where are McPartland, Godfrey and Tom Davis at with their?
Yeah, they're Tom hopefully will settle down this week. Ben, I think, will be. We're wait and see, but he's not ready. Miko, we're waiting and see as well. It's only just happened, and that was another thing. We discussed a change of even the tactics, the shape, and everything. But I mean, the player gets injured 20 minutes to go in a session, and it's a lot of ask then to start changing the shape when you've got 20 minutes to work on it before the end of the session, because obviously you've got a game the next day. So that was a tough one, and then Dom had to make a call on during the game.
What is Tom's issue?
Sean, Guardiola's just been in and he was complaining about something Mina was doing during the game. He wouldn't really say, but he said he was doing it all the way through the game. Did he say anything to you? Do you know what it was about?
No, he didn't say nothing to me, no. I wasn't aware of anything.
He seemed to, he had words with Mina at the end of the game on the pitch.
I don't know. I was in the dressing room, so I have no clue. I've no idea of that. Certainly nothing was said from any of their bench to me.
Mina didn't say anything to you either, no?
No.
John, would you have any idea what he could be talking about? As in, he said, Mina does this all the time, but he doesn't need to do it, does it every game. Would you have any
If he did it all the time, it'd done well to see him, because I haven't seen him on the pitch for weeks. So I don't know when he was doing it. He must have been watching videos or something. I haven't seen him in that long, so yeah, I wouldn't know where he'd seen it from.
And the idea of another manager coming onto the pitch and talking to one of your players about how they're behaving?
No, I don't. Look, every manager has their own way of operating. I'm certainly not going to be questioning Pep Guardiola. I wouldn't expect managers to question me. They do, but I choose not to. So I wouldn't question any manager. They can all do their business how they wish to do it. I only want to do it the best I can for Everton Football Club.
Sean, you said you discussed the change of shape before the game with Nikolenko's injury. Why didn't you go for that? Was it, like you said,
Well, it was such a good performance at Brighton. Mason's played full-back here, before. Trying to protect him in that role and just get him to stay there, but it didn't work as well as we'd hoped, obviously. But at the end of the day, it was such a good performance. Everyone knew what they were doing. Everyone knew kind of similar game plan against a high possession side. Different, obviously. With all due respect to Brighton, I think these are another step. And it's how many times we could react on counter. And I thought we showed real signs of it again in the first half and broke the play well. And when we did, looked ineffective for us, but couldn't find as much detail in our counters as we did at Brighton, quite obviously. Effective from set pieces again. I mean, even second half, the game's got away from us, but I think we had 2 big chances from corners. You know, they're all part of a performance. So, yeah, it was more that than anything.
From what you saw after the change in the second half, is that a viable option in the game?
Yeah, I don't think it's a case where it's not been viable. I just think, you know, as many players as we can get in the right slots, as many players as we can find to be effective. You know, for a big sort of noise about away form and just taking 5 points from 3 away games, you know, that has to be factored in because the side were doing the right things. And, you know, unfortunately with Miko's injury, it just altered the balance of the group. And we felt that we could give a performance again. And like I say, until their goal, I mean, it's easy to say now, but I thought it was the right performance. I thought they were slow in their play and they couldn't really break it and they didn't really do anything of any note, really, until their goal. But then, like the top sides do, they score 1, they score 2 very quickly, and then the game's, you know, it's hard to get away from. The third one kills you, obviously. You know, if you can nick the third one, the noise in the crowd and the feeling of the crowd, then you never know. You know, even with their level of player, they just get a bit edgy sometimes, you know, but when they score the third, very, very difficult from there on in to get back in that game.
You highlighted Dwight's performance at the start there. What were you impressed with in particular?
Everything, his commitment to it, his ability to deal with the ball, his ability to be adaptable, and you know he had to play deeper at times because of, you know, Mason's not a natural right back, and then his ability to change the shape and still be effective. So, I mean, he's been terrific since I've been back. Since I've been back with him. He's been terrific, and you know, and I want him to keep enjoying his football, but also taking it on. I thought Brian actually took it on. You know, he's a player still maturing in my view, and he's actually grabbing it, grasping it, and taking it forward and making things happen, and that's very pleasing for him and very pleasing for us.
Any further questions?